Damn, dude, I don't know what to play right now. It's crazy. Oh, what's that? My phone's ringing. Let me answer this. Yo.
Do you really think people are gonna believe it's a real ringtone?
Yeah, I realized that. So it was good though.
Are you trying to play some Jump Force right now?
Jump Force? Damn. I haven't played it in a minute. Alright, I'm down.
Did you see the Jump Force news?
What news?
They're releasing new characters and they're coming out with season 2.
Did it what?
I'm about to send you a link to this article.
I'll send it to me right now. Let me beat this. They're dropping a new character.
Uh-huh.
And they're getting a season 2?
Yeah, that's what they about to do, bro.
Yo,
yeah.
We're gonna have to wait some other time.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to what?
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait some
no,
other
but
time.
don't you?
If that game could get a season 2, so can this one. Oh, man. What's good, Joe? CJC presents WandA, workouts in anime, and today I want to talk about One Piece Power Warriors 4 and a potential Season Pass 2. Now, it's up in the air as to whether or not a second Season Pass will come, but if some of these other games can get a Season 2, or simply just more DLC, I don't see why Pirate Warriors 4 would not. It also helps that this One Piece game is the highest selling One Piece game, which kind of shocked me knowing that. So there definitely is potential for one. So in this video, I'm going to share my personal wish list for future DLC and also take a realistic approach as to what Bandai will probably do for DLC in my prediction section. I will break down future DLC into 3 packs, similar how they were already released, and each pack had its own theme. So for example, the Whole Cake DLC pack, the Worst Generation, and the Land of Wano all had a theme with certain characters that fit that theme. So I will be doing the same for my wish list and for like kind of an accurate prediction list. Accurate, so to speak. I'll also dictate which type each character will be, power, speed, etc. So without wasting any more time, let's get into my personal wish list first for future DLC. Alright, so starting off with DLC Pack 1, I would like to start off with a bang, making it the movie pack. Now, the characters will include Shiki, Tesoro, and Bullet. Now, Shiki, I would think would be a power type, although a valid argument could be made for a sky type. Tesoro, without a doubt, a technique type, being able to use his gold abilities to turn enemies into solid gold, similar to, Boa Hancock, right? She touches you, get turned to stone. If Tesoro, he can spread his gold, pause on that, and then he can follow up with turning enemies into solid gold. Bullet is a bit of a more challenging, because a solid argument can be made for either speed or power. You could also make Bullet both types and give Bullet his giant machine form when he's in a full burst, which could change what type Bullet becomes. Whether he starts out as a speed type and then his full burst into a giant machine turns to power, or there's just no change at all and he's just a power type throughout. However, this is a wish list. I'm not just leaving it at characters. I want to see new missions as well. So since this is a movie pack, new missions and maps included from each movie's unique settings should be included. I would like to see about 2 or 3 missions for each character or each movie, right? Strong World. Why am I forgetting Tesoro's movie? Film Gold, or Gold, I think. And then, of course, Stampede. Now, whether they add these missions in the dramatic log or just missions in the treasure log, definitely more missions based on these characters or the storyline of the movie. We do need more co-op missions, specifically for 4-player, just for more of the online interaction, because it's really lacking right now. My personal opinion, there's more 2-player as opposed to 4-player, so if we can increase that, that would be great. And with the movies, they also add different looks to our favorite characters. So this DLC pack will also include cosmetics, and I'll try to keep that consistent throughout my wish list. In terms of cosmetics, Straw Hat Crew will get each movie outfit and even various other characters that were featured, like Smoker, Sabo in Stampede. I believe Sabo had a unique outfit in gold as well. And I would also like to see Strong World, Shanks, and Ace as they were in Pirate Warriors 3 and in what was the other game? Burning Blood. There we go. As a few months pass, as with each DLC pack does, and this pack will be the Legendary Marines. So in this pack, it's going to include Sengoku, Garp, and Zephyr. Now Zephyr, you could definitely argue since he is a movie character, but I do believe he fits in this pack. As in the movie, he is well renowned throughout the Marines for being a former admiral. Now for Garp, he was playable in PW3 and he already has a character model in the game. I just think it's realistic to have him in the game. Also, as part of my wish list to play as Garp. Now for Garp, I don't think there's a doubt that he would be a power type, especially just chucking those cannonballs. Now Sengoku, I would like to imagine him being a speed type in his base form, but you can make an argument for technique as well. I don't see how that makes sense, but you can't make that argument, right? Like, he wouldn't be a sky type. Then for his full burst, when he transforms into the giant Buddha, he becomes a power type. Now Zephyr can either be a power or speed type. I'll just be completely honest, I'll be fine with either or, really. Now for missions, of course we need to get some based on the Film Z movies. We should also get more marine based missions, whether it's marine versus pirates or vice versa. I would simply like to see more missions, because it's really lacking. It's very repetitive, even with the newer characters. It's just very repetitive with some of the missions. So simply just want to see more missions, and again, more of the 4-player co-op as well. So in terms of cosmetics in this DLC pack, Film Z outfits for the Straw Hat Crew. I would also like to see New World Akainu, which I'm surprised wasn't a costume in Pirate Warriors 4, and CP0 Lucci. Now it brings us to my final DLC pack wishlist for Season 2, and it's top commanders for the Beast Pirates, that being Jack, Queen, and King. This is my last pack, simply because we haven't seen enough, specifically for King. Queen, you can make an argument we've seen enough for a moveset to be based off of, and then especially with Jack, we've seen enough for a moveset to be developed, and he's already his character model is already in the game as well. I just think it makes sense. They'll have that time as the last DLC pack to showcase more moves, because in the manga right now, it's not really spoiler talk, but in the manga right now, that their abilities are just not being showcased right now because of an awesome fight that's happening. So depending on when this is released, of course, that could change. So Jack, I think it's obvious he's going to be a power type, including his full burst with his zone abilities. Queen in his base form, I'd actually think he'd be a technique type. Just him using his various weapons to his advantage against enemies, turning them into zombies or stuff like that. Then when he transforms, goes into a power type. Then in King, simply just be a sky type throughout, honestly. Yeah, similar to how Marco was a sky type in space and with his Phoenix form. Now missions, I would like to see Udon as a map. With the sumo arena, I think it'd be sick. Although there were jail cells in the game, I just like to see Udon as its own separate entity. I could include Zoe as well, but I think that would just have to be its own DLC pack, which would have to include Nekomamushi and Inuarashi. I'm not sure if there's an appeal to make characters being DLC, but it is a possibility. But that's besides the point. And I also want to see the mansion that the current battle is taking place in the manga. It's a pretty big mansion. So in terms of cosmetics, the Straw Hat Crew gets their Wano outfits, and that also includes the outfits that they wear in the raid in Onigashima. And then I'm also want to include the kimono for Law and Big Mom. Now that's all for my wish list. Let's get to how Bandai will probably release the DLC packs. I also want to take the time to address some characters that I've personally seen being thrown around. Roger and Rayleigh don't make sense being in this game, like, at all. We haven't seen anything from those two. We just haven't. Outside of the sword clashes, and then Rayleigh. Apologize for missing that. Demonstrating the different types of hockey to Luffy. Right, like there's a reason why those two probably weren't playable in Burning Blood. They were just, support. Yeah, and then Bonnie, I don't think should even be in the conversation for characters to be in the game. We simply have not seen enough. You can have her in, I think it's called Bounty Rush, because it's not a game that requires a large moveset. So, yeah, those three characters should not even be argued for. The only characters I see that actually can be made sense for an argument is Scratchman and Burgess. Other than those two, I just don't see a valid argument for the other three characters. So, that being addressed, let's get to the predictions list. As for DLC Pack 1, this is actually going to be Thriller Bark Pack, including Kuma, Gecko Moria, and Perona. This will also include Perona in her New World outfit as well. Now, I don't remember if Gecko Moria changed his outfit in New World. I could be mistaken, but I just don't know off the top of my head. So, of course, Perona being a Sky type. Kuma could either be a power or technique with, of course, the Paw fruit, and it being more of, he has like more of a counter base. And then I'm gonna say the same thing for Gecko Moria. Technique, being able to like steal shadows from the enemies. I have to be honest, for the more accurate predictions list, each DLC pack will probably be a 50% chance it's accurate for each one. So, take those odds as you may. But I do have to be honest, I don't know if we're getting additional missions, maps, or cosmetics with the new DLC packs. And again, this is assuming that there is a Season 2. Other games can get more DLC. But if we look at the previous packs that have been released, Whole Cake, Worst Generation, and Land of Wano, their respective maps were already in the game. I say it's a possibility that we might get new missions along with these characters, but I don't know if a map's going to come with it. That's just my honest opinion. As for Pack 2 in my prediction list, again, it's going to be marine-based, similar to my wish list, but one big change. Instead of Zephyr, we get Magellan. I have to emphasize, again, I don't know if they're going to give new maps. Bandai, give us some new maps. Actually, I just don't know if they are. It could just be a plain old character pack. I'd love to see Impel Down as a map in the game. But again, I just don't know. Now, as for Magellan, I think it'd be more fitting to be a technique type, being able to use poison abilities. And then I think Sengoku and Garp would be the same type as I mentioned previously. Now, the last DLC pack for Season 2, it's the same as my wish list. I think it's just going to be the Beast Commanders with Jack, Queen, and King. Again, minus the missions and potential new maps. So that's basically it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you would personally like to see in future DLC packs. Again, assuming there will be some. I hope there will be, but we just never know. And what new characters would you like to see? So let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and interact with each and every one of you. So I'll see you in the comments and in the next video. Peace.